Welcome, brave souls, to another journey into the darkness. Prepare yourselves for a tale that will send shivers down your spine and haunt your dreams forever. I have prepared my most macabre terror story that I can think of to share with you, so brace yourselves, for this story will make your blood run cold and your heart race with dread. The Old Gypsy Curse. Once upon a time, nested in the dense forests of Eastern Europe, there was a small village named Grimsford. The villagers lived simple lives bounded by ancient traditions and superstitions. Among these traditions was a deep-seated fear of the gypsies, who occasionally passed through the village with their colorful caravans and mystical charms. The elders warned everyone never to cross them, for their curses were said to be powerful and relentless. One autumn evening, as the mist rolled in from the forest, a gypsy caravan arrived. Among them was an elderly woman named Baba Raluca, known for her piercing eyes and enigmatic presence. The villagers watched her with a mix of curiosity and dread as she set up her tent at the edge of the village. That night, a young man named Thomas, driven by a mix of bravery and alcohol, decided to test the old legends. He approached Baba Raluca's tent, intending to mock her and prove to the village's fears were nothing more than baseless superstitions. As he stumbled into her tent, knocking over a delicate crystal ball, he snarled, "Your curses are nothing but tales to scare children." Baba Raluca's eyes narrowed. Without a word, she reached into a bag and pulled out a small tattered doll. She whispered ancient incantations, her voice a haunting melody that sent chills down Thomas's spine. She looked at him in the eyes and said, "You have tempted faith, foolish boy. You shall be cursed. The darkness you've summoned shall follow you and your lineage until the end of time. You will be haunted by shadows, and there will be no escape." Thomas laughed it off and stumbled back to his home. But that night, his dreams were plagued by visions of grotesque figures and endless echoing whispers. When he awoke, he found strange markings on his skin, as if clawed by unseen hands. Days turned into weeks, and Thomas's behavior grew erratic. He would speak of shadows that followed him, whispering his name, of eyes watching him from the darkness. The once strong young man became gaunt and hollow-eyed, his laughter replaced by the sounds of his own tortured screams echoing through the night. One by one, those close to Thomas began to experience their own horrors. His sister Maria found herself paralyzed by night terrors, unable to wake as shadowy figures loomed over her bed. His best friend George was driven mad by consistent whispers that seemed to come from within his own mind. As the years passed, the curse spread like a contagious disease throughout the village, infecting anyone connected to Thomas. The village elders sought help from priests and holy men, but nothing could quell the dark forces unleashed by Baba Raluca's curse. Desperate to end the torment, Thomas embarked on a journey to find Baba Raluca, hoping to beg for her forgiveness and an end to the curse. He traveled throughout treacherous forests, across desolate plains, until he finally found the old woman now living in seclusion in a dilapidated cabin deep in the woods. Thomas fell to his knees before her, tears streaming down his face. "Please, Baba Raluca, have mercy. Lift this curse, I beg of you." The old woman looked at him with those same piercing eyes, now filled with a mixture of pity and resolve. The curse was a warning, not a punishment. It was meant to teach you and your people respect for the forces you do not understand. But it has taken a life of its own, and even I cannot stop it now. Thomas's heart sank as he realized the full weight of her words. He returned to Grimsford, resigned to his fate, knowing that the curse would continue to haunt him and his descendants. The village, once thriving, became a ghost town, abandoned by all but the bravest or the most foolish of souls. Generations passed, and the story of Grimsford became a whispered legend, a cautionary tale told to children around campfires. Yet the shadows still linger, an ever-present reminder of the curse that could never be stopped. And so the cursed bloodline of Thomas continued, each generation bearing the burden of the darkness, unable to escape the grip of the gypsy's curse. The shadows whispered, the eyes watched, and the terror never ceased, a chilling testament to the power of a curse that could never be undone. Thank you for tuning into this eerie tale. Until next time, stay tuned for more spine-chilling stories. This was Sandra Pink.